Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. And my co-host right behind me is my husband, Chris.
Hi.
He's all with me. He's with me all the time at working here. Well, I use this office as my studio only in the evening, so he's using it during the day. Well, it's kind of warm, like hot outside now, so today we have a new story. It is called The Signalman at Red Creek Crossing. This is a new story, and it's something to do with the haunted creek, I guess. Lots of places are haunted. So today I actually stayed home because Fearless had to take his other client for his doctor's appointment, like for the eye exam. So I wanted to stay home because I didn't want to sit next to his client. So anyway, I felt tired, so that is why I actually went to our bedroom and took a 2-hour nap because I was just so fucking tired. So I did. Took a 2-hour nap, felt better. At 5, had dinner. 6 p.m. we went for a walk, and here I am doing my podcast. And Fearless, if you're watching this, I hope that you join me right here on live stream. Anyway, I hope that you are, join me right here on live. So anyway, boy, Independence Day is almost here. Our Independence Day is on July 4th. So it's coming up, which is like, I think it's on a Saturday, July 4th. I hope you're all ready for it. So we're gonna play with some fireworks, have some friends to talk to, like hang out, maybe have some food and just, relax, mingle with people, but, instead of being on our phones all the time. So that's exactly what we're going to do on July 4th.
Yes, we will.
And before Independence Day, on the 28th, we're having a party. I can't wait to have a party because we haven't done that in a while. So Chris and I are definitely going to have our housewarming dinner party, or not dinner, but lunch. Actually, we're having a lunch party. Hopefully everyone get to come, and hopefully our neighbors will come and join. So it's going to be in the mid-afternoon on the 28th of this month. So anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for watching my show and supporting my channel. I hope you guys are ready for more episodes to come, more seasons of my show, and new questions, new answers, hopefully, and lots of new stories. So by the time season 6 pops up, and I will get some more stories and questions and answers, and sooner or later, I will be writing my 3rd novel. Just not right now, but I'm still waiting for the update about my 2nd novel. still working on that. So my publishers are still working on it. So hopefully they will give me a green, which is go, like green light, so we can put my book on Amazon. So my first novel is still on Amazon. All you guys have to do is type my first name and last name, which is Anya Smith, Anya. My last name is Smith, and then it will appear to you guys on Amazon. So it'll appear right there in front of you. The price is on the right side, not the left. So anyway, let's get started on the story. So get something to drink, just sit back, relax, and please click like, share, and subscribe. And let's go with the story now. It's gonna be awesome. Even my husband thinks it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. We are on episode 174 actually. The Signalman at Red Creek Crossing, season 5. Ben had spent enough winters maintaining railroad signals to understand that machinery develops personality under weather stress. Relays stick, lights delay, frozen switches behave like stubborn animals with metal bones. So when dispatch sent him to inspect recurring faults at Red Creek Crossing, he expected technical trouble, not local folklore. The crossing sat miles from town, where the line cut through red choked flats and a narrow 2-lane road dipped toward the tracks. Drivers hated it because the fog came down there even when the rest of the county stayed clear. The signal bungalow stood beside the crossing with its steel door, warning lights, and electrical smell of warmed dust. Ben reached it just before dusk and found the crossing lights already flashing, though no train was scheduled for 20 minutes. Then they stopped the instant he stepped out of the truck. A minute later, from somewhere near the rails, he heard a lantern ring against a signal post. Something tells me there's some kind of ghost with the lantern signaling something or looking for something or someone. Perhaps Ben doesn't know that he might be, seeing a spirit walking through the creek, maybe looking for someone, perhaps, or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out once we are still reading the story. So I hope you guys are brave enough to stay awake and to listen to the story. I am dying to know what is going on in the story. So if you have any comments on that, please let me know right here on live stream. So if you have any opinions or any experience somewhere in the middle of the woods, just leave me comments down below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the story. Just let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear it. There was, of course, no lantern. Not anymore. The railroad had not used hand lanterns there in decades. Still, the sound came again. Glass, metal, a small hard tap in the wet air. Ben checked the control cabinet, found nothing obvious, and was always halfway through logging the fault when an old farmer in a pickup pulled up and rolled down his window. "You fixing, Mr. Talbot?" the man asked. Ben assumed Talbot was a supervisor or a technician from another region. The farmer shook his head. "Signalman," he said, "died out here before they automated half this line. Folks say he still sets the warnings when the fog gets thick, then as though the information were no stranger. Then road salt prices." He drove off. Ben made a note, not about ghosts, but about local rumor interfering with maintenance culture. Yet when the fog came down full around 9 p.m., the crossing arms lowered on their own 10 minutes before any train. This is very creepy. I mean, we haven't been in the woods in a while. We actually went to the Hummel Park where there's like a lot of fucking woods in the middle of nowhere. It's just woods. And when I lived at the Deerfield back in Kearney, and I used to walk through the woods all the time, even at night. I was very brave, and I didn't see any spirits yet.
We're gonna go to the Sally house in October.
Exactly. So we're gonna go see the actual house. It's called Sally House, and it's in Kansas City. I've never been to that house. We're going during the day, never at night, because, well, it's a real deal. I actually seen the Sally House only on TV. Like when I was watching Kindred Spirits or something on Tubi channel, or when I watched Ghost Adventures Crew or Ghost Hunters or something like that. I've seen these investigators at the Sally House or something. We are literally going to go and check this place out. I want to do it myself. So the first time I'm actually going to do it, I can't wait. So anyway, let's continue on the story. So let's continue on, and we'll figure it out with the questions and answers. And here's what my husband just said. "We'll also go Joe's barbecue for dinner. I'm getting ribs and brisket." "Well, yeah, of course." "Yes, my Pooh Bear, we are definitely doing that. But I'm not getting any steaks."
You'll just get a hot dog.
True. So anyway, let's continue on the story. But yes, we are definitely going to Kansas City and check out Sally's house. It's a little creepy, but I don't give a damn. But I'm trying to be brave enough to go and see the actual house, because I always wanted to see the house where Sally died. Many years ago. I don't know what year. It was probably sometime in the early 1900s or late 1800s. We don't really know, but we're going to try and see if we can book a tour during the day. Hopefully. I hope you can book that detour.
Yeah.
For the day of the tour, not nighttime. Because it'll be a lot creepier at night.
Yes.
For Sally, I guess. She does this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The official history took effort to uncover because rail companies prefer polished timelines to human residue, but the county museum archivist reached by phone the next day knew enough to trouble him. A signalman named Walter Talbot had indeed died at Red Creek decades earlier after staying on during a flood advisory to manually warn traffic while a freight train approached in severe fog. Accounts varied on whether his lantern was missed by a truck driver or whether he stepped too close while trying to clear debris from the track switch. What remained was that the accident he feared never happened that night. Only Walter died since then. Local drivers and rail workers occasionally reported lights activating early, bells ringing out of sequence, or a figure with the lantern standing in the fog where no one could survive the wind blast from passing trains. Ben, who respected dead mechanics only when they stopped interfering with the living, decided the story had arrived exactly when he least wanted to believe anything impossible. I'm guessing that Walter didn't know that he was gonna end up dead, or he knew something bad was gonna happen. So he probably tried he tried to warn a lot of people. I'm guessing that he couldn't get anyone, so if anyone warned him first, he would have known. But things just happen, I guess. Well, Walter probably is still haunting the place. If I ever went to the Red Creek crossing somewhere, if it's, I don't know, somewhere in different town or whatever, in different county, if it was right here in Omaha, I would want to know what really happened. How did he really die? I would ask him the right question and he would try and give me the right answer and maybe show me the image of his death, literally. Or he'll probably lead me to the grave, something like that. Like actually where his headstone is, or a little cross, made out of wood. So anyway, let's continue on the story. This breaks my heart. Actually, all these stories that I've been reading always breaks my heart. All right, so let's continue on. That evening, he stayed late to run manual diagnostics. The fog came again with brutal precision, thick enough to turn the warning lights into suspended red halos and erase the far side of the crossing completely. Ben stood inside the bungalow, sheltering from the damp, when the bell on the signal post outside began ringing by itself. Not the electrical warning bell, the clear hand-struck note of a metal frame lantern hitting iron. He stepped out onto the ballast, and saw him then A man in an old rail coat standing beyond the crossing gate, lantern in one hand, the other raised toward the road where fog swallowed the pavement. Walter Talbot did not look toward Ben. He was busy watching the bend where cars emerged too fast. Then, from the white blur of the road, headlights appeared far too quickly. An SUV moving toward a lowered gate that moments earlier had shown no reason to be down. Ben shouted and waved instinctively. Hello, Fearless. Thanks for joining. Thanks for participating. The SUV braked hard, skidding to a stop just short of the crossing as a freight train roared through a heartbreak later, its horn shattering the fog. Yeah, this story can be a lot creepier, Fearless. It's called The Signalman at Red Creek Crossing. It's like in the middle of the woods or something like that. By the time the last car passed, Walter was gone. The crossing arms lifted as if nothing unusual had occurred. The SUV driver, shaking, got out and demanded to know where the gates had activated so early. Ben nearly told him the line about fog drift and signal sensitivity. Instead, he looked at the rail where the old lantern light had stood and said only, because you needed a little more warning than the schedule gave you. The driver swore the road had looked clear until the red lights cut through it. Ben believed him. That was exactly how these places worked. Danger remained abstract until something older than procedure made it visible. He filed no report mentioning apparitions. He did, however, request a review of timing margins at Red Creek and added temporary reflective markers the next day on his own initiative. The haunting did not stop after that. In fact, now that Ben recognized it, he saw its pattern more clearly. Walter appeared only in severe, low visibility conditions and only when road traffic or line timing edged close to preventable disaster. Warning lights would activate early. Bells would ring longer than necessary. Once during freezing rain, Ben found fresh boot prints on the ballast leading to a signal relay cabinet no living worker had yet realized was flooding. Another time he arrived after a near miss to discover the old-style manual stop flag laid neatly across his dashboard. Though the truck had been locked, he stopped thinking of Walter as a ghost in the dramatic sense. He was more like residual vigilance with agency, duty, unwilling to retire because the crossing still had bad habits and the living still cuts corners. Eventually, the railroad approached a major upgrade for Red Creek, better sensors, brighter LEDs, and longer warning intervals. During fog advisories, Ben attended the final switchover himself, partly from responsibility and partly from private superstition. As the new system came online at dusk, a dense low mist slid over the reds, or something like that, and settled between road and rail for one last minute. The old bell on the signal post began ringing by hand, not electrically, but with that exact lantern strike note Ben had come to know. On the far side of the track stood Walter Talbot, lantern lowered, now posture no longer urgent. He tipped the light once toward the new crossing arms, then toward Ben, and turned away into the fog until his outline merged with the red beds. The manual bell never rang again. After that, the faults stopped to at least the ones no wiring diagram could explain. Ben still drives past Red Creek sometimes when assignments put him on that line. The upgraded crossing works beautifully, which gives him more satisfaction than he'd admit to most people near the bungalow he installed. Unofficially and without permission, a small brass plate on the inside wall where only workers would see it. For Walter Talbot, still ahead of the train. No one has taken it down railroad. Men are practical enough to ignore what they can't explain, as long as it improves safety, and maybe that is the right respect for certain dead, not candles or speeches, just acknowledgement that someone kept watch until the equipment finally caught up with his standards. This is so tragic and sad story I have ever just freaking read. Fearless, what did you think of this story that I just read about Walter Talbot? Cookies. That's pretty cool. Chris and I had peanut butter cookies during dinner.
And homemade tortilla chips. I actually cut the tortillas and fried them.
Well, that's awesome, Fearless. Well, the story was something to do with in the middle of the woods, like Red Creek crossing. Workers were trying to figure it out, whatever they encountered. I mean, Ben somehow encountered some kind of spirit of something to do with Walter Talbot. Still keep an eye on the place or something like that. Thank you, Fearless. Yes, I'm a great storyteller because you give me the best ghost stories I would have read. You are amazing too. And thanks for participating. Now we're about to do some questions. You're always welcome to participate with questions and answers. So we've got 10 questions, including 10 answers. You're more than welcome to help out with it and see how it goes. He's right next to me. He's actually right here next to me.
Right here, Fearless.
Christopher says hello, by the way. Would you have stayed at the crossing after hearing the lantern strike the post? What do you think about that? Oh, he's right here, actually. He's sitting right next to me.
Hi.
He said hello. So here's my husband, Chris. He always sits next to me when I do my podcast. So here's a question. He's right here. Come close.
I'm right here. Hi.
Here's Chris.
Mm-mm.
It's okay if you can't see him. He's right next to me.
He's messing with us. He can see me. I'm hard to miss.
Exactly. So here's a question for you, Fearless, and for you, and for all the audience who are watching my show right now. Would you have stayed at the crossing after hearing the lantern strike the post? Well, this is just a question. I mean, there's nobody there but at the crossing. I mean, we don't go in the middle of the woods. He's right next to me. He's alive. My husband is right here, so I probably would, yes. If I ever went to the Red Creek crossing, I probably would. Yes. It's okay, Fearless. I know you're messing with me. Christopher is actually here with me. No, I'm not alone. I got Chris. He's right here. This is my man. He's always sitting next to me, just a little to the left next to me. He's on the camera. You can see him. I know you can. And I can feel my husband's hand.
Yes.
I can feel my husband's hand. He's right here next to me. So I hope you got the question. I hope you, I don't know, get some answers for me about the story. Does this story make any sense to you? Yes, Chris is here. I know he's here. He's alive. I sleep right next to him every night. So he's always with me, no matter what. If he was a ghost, he would haunt me. But he's alive, and you see him all the time when, you know. Why should I dance? He thinks you should dance.
Dance, 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 dance.
I know you're messing with us, Fearless. I can tell. You're funny, and I love you for it. You want me to dance? Okay, Fearless. Ba 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 ba. Dee 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 dee. You're so funny, Fearless. Anyway, let's get back on the questions. There's a question for you, Fearless, right now. Would you have stayed at the crossing after hearing the lantern strike the post? Okay. I'm glad. Yes, me too. I would definitely stay at the crossing creek. So it would be fun if we investigated the creek crossing, like Red Creek. So, well, if you ever thought of it, but, you know, well, you never know, but if you investigated the Red Creek crossing, you would probably should be brave enough. I would be brave enough to ask the right questions to a spirit. Maybe I could help him find him in the afterlife. I would probably help him move on. So, what makes you think someone took a piss in your mailbox? You're so funny. Maybe spirits are here to make sure you don't mess with them. No wonder why they did some shitty stuff. All right, so let's go to number 2. Do you think Walter remained out of duty or unfinished fear? Yes. I'm pretty sure Walter was remaining with the unfinished fear. It's not because of his job. I think it was the unfinished fear. It's probably because he was trying to keep an eye on things with his lantern or something like that. Okay, it's a little freaky, but how could Chris go to your house when he's right next to me? Chris is not anywhere near your house because he is here. His spirit.
I can't do that at your house because that's a federal offense. It's federal property where you're at.
Exactly. That's what my husband just said. Federal offense. And I would never do that to you, Fearless. Chris would never do that to you because you know you love Chris. He loves you. You guys are friends.
Remember, I'm Team Fearless with your business, not Team India Lady.
Exactly. Oh, hell no. He thinks he called the cops on you. You're so funny, my friend. I think Walter, either I think he was trying to get remained out of duty, or he's probably getting his unfinished business or whatever, or the fear.
That wouldn't be the cops. That would be the FBI because it's a mailbox.
Yeah, exactly. So, Fearless, Chris would never do that to you. And he was just saying about the FBI, not the actual police people in our department of Bellevue, Nebraska. That's probably just the FBI problem. So, Chris would never do anything to hurt you. He would never mess with your mailbox, and he is actually in our own house, and he would never mess with your shit. I know you're messing with us, Fearless. I can tell. You're funny. Let's go to number 3. Why do transportation and warning systems create powerful haunting stories? He says, buy me some pizza and I'll forget it. He wants you to buy some pizza and he'll forget about it.
One meat lover's pizza in 7 to 10 business days.
You hear that? He'll buy you meat lover's pizza. And what else?
That's it. One slice of pizza from Zio's.
You said something else.
In 7 to 10 business days.
In 7 to 10 business days, Fearless. Well, like I said, Fearless, he'll buy you meat lover's pizza in 7 to 10 days.
Plus 6 to 8 weeks after that.
That's all I'm saying, my friend. So.
And I'll eat 3/4 of it on the way over.
Probably. Well, here's a question for you with number 3. Why do transportation and warning systems create powerful haunting stories? Well, there's a lot of hauntings going on in every haunted place, especially with in the middle of the woods. It's like it's based on real life events, probably. I hope that you give me an answer about the story that I have just read. So, well, here's a question for you, the same one, number 3. Why do transportation and warning systems create powerful hunting stories?
No idea.
Well, my husband has no idea. Thank you, Fearless. Here's a question for you. Why do transportation and warning systems create powerful hunting stories? I hope you got this question. I hope it's easy enough for you. You're my best friend and I love you. I know you're messing with me, and Chris too. So I love that comment. Thank you. That is so true. They don't. I agree. So let's go to number 4. What was more unsettling, the fog, the early lights, or the lantern figure? What do you think about this, Fearless? Do you think Ben somehow encountered invisible thing, like a spirit, or like seeing a lantern moving by itself, or the fog appearing out of nowhere? What do you think, Fearless? He said, I was assaulted while sleeping by a violent ghost. That is very freaky. I probably would call professional help. Like professional ghost investigators to, well, you would probably have to give me a call and I would come over and try and get the spirit out of your bedroom. Find the light for them. Tell them to move on. Trying to show them who's boss. That's exactly what I would have done. Okay, that's just gross, Fearless. Very gross. You're so funny. For this 4th question, I think it was the lights. I think the lantern, of course, and the figures and everything. I probably would definitely use my pendulum to get rid of that thing. I would come over to your house, Fearless, and try and get the spirit to listen to me and find the damn light and go into it so it will not hurt you ever again. So it's the only thing I probably would have. So, same question for you. What was more unsettling, the fog, the early lights, or the lantern figure?
The lantern figure.
Walter Talbot.
Yes.
Good answer. Oh, you want pizza? Oh, Chris will definitely give you pizza, Fearless.
From the frozen food aisle at Baker's.
He'll get you some meat lovers.
From the frozen food aisle. He never said where I had to pick it up from.
True. Do you want anything else with your pizza, Fearless?
He's got 6 figures. He can buy himself a pizza.
True. Well, with my husband's question and answer, I think it's the lights, including the lantern figure. That's exactly what my answer would be. Salad. Okay. What kind of salad? A small garden salad or any other salads? Do you want green peas, baked beans, or you want beets with your salad, or mushrooms?
Nobody wants the beets.
I'm just being funny. All right.
We gotta punish the ghost, not do cruel and unusual punishment.
You realize Fearless is being assaulted by a dead person.
I know, but the ghost doesn't deserve beats. That's a little too cruel.
Spirits can't eat human food, right? They're dead. It's kind of funny. All
I
right,
said
so
beats. I didn't say anything about it being food.
I meant for Fearless. He's gonna eat it.
No, he's not.
I meant the salad, not the beets.
You and your mother are the only two people I've seen buy beets.
Yeah, that's true. I hope we still have the fresh ones. If they're not fresh, just get rid of them.
Cool.
All right, so we've got 5 questions left. 5. And then I'll sign off because I got a lot of shit to do. Well, I was going to do stuff today, but then I got so tired, I decided to go back to bed in the afternoon, like 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. I needed a nap for 2 hours because I'm tired of shit. So, anyway, was Ben right not to report the apparition directly?
Yes.
I think so too. If Ben reported it, something freaky would have happened. People probably would try to, trap the spirit somewhere. So I think Ben did the right thing. And same question for you guys that are sitting at home watching the show. Was Ben right not to report the apparition directly? Let me know in the comments if Ben did the right thing. If this makes any sense to you, let me know in the comments down below, right here on live stream. Let's go to number 6. Do you think the upgrade allowed Walter to leave?
Yes.
Of course, yes. If Ben did anything to help Walter, I think he did the right thing to help. And somehow Ben wanted to honor Walter, I guess. And if I were Ben, I would definitely try to honor Walter Talbot with his job and stuff. I would help him find peace and honor his thing. I would remember him the way he was when he was alive, decades ago. I think these stories I've been reading for one whole year is based on real life events. So these stories can be a portal. So I'm not summoning any spirits because they actually want me to talk about them. They want to be heard, want it to be acknowledged. They want to be remembered. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Talking about Walter and giving him what he always wanted. Recognition, to be warned. He wanted people to warn about, some kind of storm going on, maybe the fog, the flood, everything. So I'm going to honor him by remembering the way he was when he was alive, centuries ago, probably. All right, let's go to number 7. Why do some ghosts seem more like workers than spirits?
It's their job in the spirit world.
To continue doing their jobs when they were alive.
Yep.
I like that. I think they had to continue their jobs, like creating something, like say continue building a house, even from the spirit world. The reason why they were workers in the first place because they were hired to do what the owner wanted them to do, like build something or like a railroad or something, or a train, or whatever these workers were doing. Um, I don't have any words for that. So um, they just wanted to be acknowledged and remembered the way they were when they were alive. All right, let's go to number 8. Okay, we have 3 questions left before I sign off. Would you trust a crossing that warned you too early? Yes.
Yes.
Of course I would. I would definitely trust him. So, oh, hi, buddy.
Is he on camera with us?
Looks like it, yes. Hey, buddy. How you doing? I saw your comments. How are you, my friend?
What?
How are you? I see you, my buddy. How you doing?
Where are you at?
I'm right here in the camera. I can see you. I'm looking right towards the camera.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you. Even Chris is right next to me. Here's a question for you. Would you trust a crossing that warned you too early? You're funny, Chris. Here's a funny answer from Chris. A ghost ate all the pizza. That's funny, Chris. So, what did you think of the story that I was reading, Fearless? Did this story make any sense to you? That's okay if it did not. So, if you want to see what happened to my wristwatch, I'm actually wearing it right now. So, here it is. This is what fucking happened. I don't know why, but this is what happened. So, let me get it. Like, this is what it looks like. Like, fucking literally right here.
Okay.
We need to get that fixed. I don't know how to fix it anyway. So, but yeah. Did you just give me dollar signs?
Yes.
Nice.
No actual money though.
No, I mean in the comment.
Yes.
Okay then. All right, so I actually would definitely trust the spirit. If it warned me too early, I definitely would follow its, advice. So, okay, we have about 2 questions left before I sign off and get ready for tomorrow. So, okay. Can safety itself become a haunting's purpose?
Yes.
I think so too. What the hell? Why did you put you sicko?
Maybe I needed a fart.
Okay. Same question for you, Fearless. Can safety itself become a haunting's purpose?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes.
It definitely can. If you follow advice of Walter Talbot, he'll probably try to warn you about like flooding, the fog, and bunch of other shit. So
Miss
if
Anya,
I were, yeah,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I have to poop.
Okay. Then you should probably run to your master toiletry and
I,
um,
I'd rather just do it um, outside in the front porch.
okay.
And then it'll look like a doggy did it.
You're so funny. Thanks for sharing, Fearless.
You're very much welcome, Miss Anya.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, can safety itself become a haunting's purpose? Of
No.
course it.
Miss Anya, what about when I was attacked?
Well, I probably will try my best to get rid of the spirits somehow.
Miss Anya, I was
You,
attacked. And
yeah.
and you didn't do
I,
anything about it.
I will use my pendulum. I haven't used it in a while, so I was too busy moving my shit out of my old house to my new house. So, I would probably do my best to help the spirit move on into the afterlife, like literally. I think Chris also says that leave the ghost corn. That's kind of funny. Um,
And bring toilet paper if you're pooping outside, Fearless.
that's exactly what Chris was saying. Okay, so we have one last question before I literally sign off. We're almost for like almost an hour. We're on 57 minutes. So, if a dead signalman kept saving lives, how would you honor him?
Miss Anya, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
I feel like there's ghosts in my house, and you keep acting like there's not. And although I can't see them, I don't like this. Miss Anya,
Well, there's a green screen behind you or something
there's
because
a
you
what?
did the. Well, remember when we did the background on the laptop thing?
No.
Yeah, there is a background where you see a spirit
Where?
right behind you. Right behind you, but
Miss Anya, there's nothing here behind me. What do you see?
that's because you're using a background look like there's a spirit right behind you.
Miss Anya, there's nothing
Yeah.
behind me. There's nothing there. Are you seeing ghosts again?
She's running a ghost delivery service. You gave her $40 last week. Every time you give her money, she
Yeah.
delivers a ghost.
He says every time you
I can
send
hear
me
that.
40 bucks, there's a spirit. It's kind of
What are
funny
you
though.
Hey, can I ask you a question? What are you doing?
I was just doing a podcast doing ghost stories and questions with answers.
Oh, questions with answers? That's what you're doing?
Yeah, something to do with the signalman at Red Creek Crossing ghost story.
Did you hear that rumor about that ghost that jumped out the window? And apparently they're floating around my house. Are you gonna come here and do your exorcist thing? Because you keep saying that there's a ghost in my house, but I don't see anything.
Well, we'll have to get a priest to do with the exorcism.
I thought that's what you did.
I'm not the exorcist. I'll try my best to get him to the light.
Who is it?
Well, the only exorcist is the actual priest from a church.
Why don't you become a priest?
Because I don't go to church. Literally. I don't have a degree of being a priest. I'm not really into churches.
Miss Anya, I need to tell you
No.
something.
Okay.
I passed gas. I just farted.
Okay.
And it smells like the Dickens in here.
Right.
I fart in my sleep sometimes, and Anya has to deal with that.
I'm used to that shit. All right, you guys, we are in 1 hour already. So,
The ghost is Fred Flintstone, Fearless.
That's
Where's
just
the ghost
Christopher.
at, Anya?
Yeah, Chris is actually right here. So his alter ego is Fred Flintstone. Like from out. I don't care. It's fine. No, he's right there.
Oh.
So, the way I want to honor Walter Talbot's ghost, I would probably say thank you, and I hope he finds peace.
Okay. That sounds good.
And I hope that I would definitely honor him by remembering what he did, and I would continue doing his work and just give him a lot of acknowledgement. Just imagine what he used to look like when he was alive, like a human being, and trying to tell him that he was an amazing signalman, and we loved his job. It was beautiful, and I hope that he would have found what he was looking for, and I hope he found peace and his family on the other side. That's exactly what I would have done. So I hope you did the same thing.
Okay.
So, but that's how I would honor him.
I love hearing that. Good stuff.
I'll
Yes.
order him a pizza.
He'll order you a meat lover's pizza and a salad.
Without the meat.
True.
Or the cheese.
Yeah. So, all right, we are out of time. So, yeah, I gotta sign off so I can get ready for tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be doing the new story, episode 175. It is called The Midwife at Willow Farm. This is a new story, but for tomorrow night.
Okay.
So 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. We are in 9:36 now, so it's been about an hour and 3 minutes.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, so tomorrow at the same time, 8:30 p.m. to 9. And Fearless, thanks for participating and for joining me. So you are awesome.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Chris, thanks for being on my show as well.
No problem.
So
I'm gonna go pass gas now.
All right. I will see you tomorrow morning, Fearless.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, America.
Bye. So, all right. TTYL. All right, guys. That was my friend, and he was amazing. So yes, Life at Willow Farm. This is a new story, and I hope you guys are ready. So I just want to say thank you for listening and watching the show. And have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. till 9 p.m., maybe about an hour or so. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And may God bless you all. And we'll see you tomorrow night on Ghosting with Anya. So please click like, share, and subscribe. Good night. Bye.